So Tim Sheridan is out there once again, proving to everybody that everything he writes, everything he puts in his books is all about him trying to change people, to make them accept what he wants them to accept. There is no denying it anymore. There's no pretending anymore. This is what he's doing. He puts out his Teen Titans Academy, was a horrendous book that should have never been made to begin with. His Alan Scott Green Lantern book is even worse garbage. But no, Tim Sheridan is out there telling people, well, if you didn't like Masters of the Universe Revelations, sorry, you're a troll. You're some troll who don't like it. But also, my comics are intended to twist you into accepting the crap that I'm doing, so you gotta like that. Don't believe me? Let's get into this article here from Fandom Pulse and see what Tim Sheridan has to say. Alan Scott Green Lantern writer Tim Sheridan admits his DC comic books is all about pushing homosexual lifestyles. Well, I wonder, that was, it wasn't like, that's entirely what his Alan Scott Green Lantern book is about, but, In the same interview where Tim Sheridan lambasted fans of Masters of the Universe over their dislike of the Kevin Smith series on Netflix and its push toward feminism, he called DC Comics fans who don't like his Alan Scott Green Lantern trolls. It highlights the entitled attitude of mainstream comic pros even further, as he admits his Alan Scott Green Lantern is about inserting real-world identity politics into comics and forcing readers to accept it. Yeah, because you can't just read something and sit there and enjoy the story. No, he has to force his identity politics crap onto you using the story as a medium. That's what he's got to do. Tim Sheridan's Alan Scott Green Lantern has been the cause of a lot of controversy, mostly started by Sheridan himself when he first started marketing the comic. Yeah, because the bottom line of it is I did make a video covering that. Tim Sheridan came up with this ridiculous video telling people to buy his Alan Scott Green Lantern book to own the bigots and to not be a transphobe and all this nonsense. He never once talked about the book in that video. He never once said that the book is good, the story is interesting, nothing. It was just buy this book to spite this person so you don't end up like this. That was it. That was the entirety of the video. He sounded as condescending and ridiculous as possible. That's what he did. Continue on. The first issue of Alan Scott Green Lantern borders on pornography, as it has page after page of Alan Scott half naked with another man. The series only gets worse as it goes along. The third issue, he trolls docs in search of homosexual hookers known as gigolos. Alan Scott shows familiarity with one of these gay hookers, where the gay hooker even has a pet name for him, Scotty. It's like you're telling this story about someone who's supposed to be a hero, yet you twisted everything. You mean to say that Alan Scott never wanted to be a hero, never wanted to save anybody, never wanted to do anything other than just hook up with every queer dude under the sun. That was it. When you got to the point that he was trolling the docks looking for gay prostitutes, you're going to wonder, what kind of story are you even telling anymore? What exactly is the point of it? But no, that's what he was doing because, again, he was trying to poison people's mind to get into what he wants. Why? In a recent interview, Tim Sheridan said stories like this are important because of the message. Right? He's admitting it. These stories are important because of the message. The interviewer actually begins by telling Tim Sheridan about how he didn't like DC Comics turning Alan Scott gay, thinking it was a travesty for the character, in which Tim Sheridan lectures him on why beloved characters have to be turned gay in order to proliferize the lifestyle. They have to be turned. I tell you, the delusion. This is what he had to say. Especially those who are around in their 40s, who could not, for various reasons, be who they were openly and honestly, who lived their lives a certain way and who come out of the closet late in life, and it's real and it's worth telling their story. If these characters, you see, here's the delusion of this man. These characters are done in a certain way. Alan Scott had a wife, kids. One of his sons was gay, I believe. Yeah, they could have done stories on that, but no. When they did the whole New 52 thing, the Earth 2 version of Alan Scott was gay. But they weren't planning to leave that because, the entire New 52 collapsed spectacularly, so they had to do something else. All right. But then, now you're out there saying that, these stories need to be told because, this person couldn't do this wrong in the 40s. These characters are who they are. You taking them to twist them into what you want isn't somehow you being progressive when you feel it's just you being disturbing. Because you're taking established characters, queering them up for your own mental escape. That's it. And you're forcing this onto readers and they're walking away. When they move, what the man said here is that, he didn't like the idea of Alan Scott being turned gay. It was a travesty for the character. Yeah, because every time they do this to these characters, all it becomes about is their sexuality, nothing else. Case in point, Tim Sheridan's Green Lantern book. Alan Scott is not a hero. Alan Scott is not a kind of inspiration to anything. He's just gay Green Lantern. That's it. It's like every 2 pages, he's up underneath some man. That's it. That's the only story that you're telling. But according to Tim Sheridan, this needs to be told because he says so. Goes on. A new poll has shown that over 28% of Gen Z now identify as LGBTQ. No, that's a lie. That's a lie because I'm telling you this. They may come out and say that, they identify as that. But these are the same people who go out and change their pronouns, whatever kind of. These people are not gay, trans, nothing. They just want to fit in. This is the message that are being pushed. You understand me? These people want to control and manipulate behavior. That's what they want. They want you to do what they want you to do. Whether you like it or not, that's what they want you to do. And they do these things in such a manner to try and twist you into it. And yes, there are some young people now who embrace this. And the majority of them don't even know what the hell they're talking about. I saw this white guy actually talking and say that, it's time that they stopped whiteness. And all the whiteness about all the whiteness. I was like, where would that leave you? You're white. But this is how they think. This is how they have been easily programmed. So here's Tim Sheridan shoving this on them now to confuse them even more. Continue on. Which shows that this messaging actually manipulates people into these lifestyles rather than it simply being a matter of being who they are, which appears to be exactly what Tim Sheridan is attempting to do with the DC comic book. Yeah, because they want to do this to you. If they could affect your reasoning, your thinking, and make you do this, that's what they want. They literally bombard you with it everywhere. TV, cinema, comics, you name it. Every freaking way they push it to children and expect children to just accept this. This is what they're doing. They want to manipulate behavior. That's what these people want to do. Tim Sheridan is out here telling you that, oh, this needs to happen because he says, oh, look at this. Look at this. This is the whole thing with alcoholism. Admitting it's about real world politics and not telling a good superhero story, doing honor to the character. Tim Sheridan says that's why it's so important. Alan represents real people. These are our fathers and our uncles and our neighbors and our brothers. Maybe yours, but think about this, that not everybody is gay. This is what I'm talking about. People want to read stories about heroes that inspire them, not your borderline pornography. And then, of course, this has to happen. The interviewer apologizes profusely for not immediately accepting Alan Scott Green Lantern's transition to homosexuality, to which Tim Sheridan seems pleased. He should have me interviewing him. I wasn't apologizing for a damn thing, and I tell him this is not how you write anything. The man cringily proclaims, one of my best friends is gay, and how he's happy for him. Tim Sheridan demands that's the reaction that Alan Scott deserves from you two. Oh, Jesus Christ. Boy, come on. Most readers do not want their beloved characters to be turned gay for political agendas in their DC comics. Sales of Alan Scott Green Lantern have been dismal according to most retailers. Tim Sheridan, however, maintains when you tune the trolls out and listen to the real fans, the response has been beautiful and overwhelming. Then why is nobody buying your book? Likes and retweets are not sales, Tim Sheridan. But these are the people you're listening to and then acting like, oh, the fans are just trolls. The fans are the ones who will buy your book, but they're not buying it because they don't want this shit. But you're out there listening to a bunch of crackpots on Twitter who have no money to buy nothing. That is common sense. However, looking at reviews of Alan Scott Green Lantern, even from standard DC Comics shilling sources, it tells a different tune. Weird Science DC Comics says, too much focus is spent painting Alan Scott as an oppressed victim that the hero aspect gets very little play, and the extreme retcons words unsalicious. What heroic thing has Alan Scott done in these books? As far as I'm aware, nothing. Next one, Green Lantern blog of OA says, in the end, I feel like Green Lantern #1 was a huge miss for me. There's potential here, that's for sure, but the execution falls flat for me. The dialogue seems forced, and there are a few too many plot concessions for my taste. Yeah, because what Tim Sheridan was supposed to focus on is the homosexuality, not the actual story. That must take a far backseat to the message he's trying to push. When he keeps screwing this up, blame everybody else. While Tim Sheridan openly marketed this book as political and divisive, says in interviews his intention is to push those politics. He gaslights readers into believing they had better like it or they're the openly political ones. This is how comic pros from DC Comics typically act in these situations, which is insulting to fans of characters like Alan Scott Green Lantern. More insulting is how Tim Sheridan then is proud of how the Spectre and Agent of God acts as if Alan Scott promiscuity is, look, you know what? I don't even want to waste my time to go through the rest of this because it is what it is and it's not going to stop. Tim Sheridan is perfectly happy to continue to do this thing, and the man wants to manipulate people into joining this alphabet community lifestyle. That is not going to happen. Acting like you're some victim or something, and that if everybody doesn't agree with you, they're bigots. So he should have had me to interview. I would have tell Tim Sheridan plain and simple, you're writing garbage. That's it. That is it. You are pushing an agenda at the expense of writing a good comic book. Don't you think that is the least bit messed up? But no, all you see is what you want to see. And this is why all your work keep failing miserably. Let Tim Sheridan go and write Or should I say, right, let Tim Sheridan go and publish an independent comic on his own. See how much sales he will get then. Crap will never end because these people keep getting a platform to push their stupidity. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.